Happy hour is just around the corner. I am Matt Barrie in for Greeny. Tim Bontemps hanging out over here. Damian Woody hanging out over here. They made the trip to Seaport to hang out with me this morning. We're also going to talk to Brian Windhorst, Tim McMahon with a busy night in the NBA. But I want to begin with PK Subban. In our game of the night, the rematch between the United States of America and Canada, the Four Nations face-off finale in Boston in the Garden. I'll tell you what, the pageantry before the game, during the game, after the game, just absolutely incredible in this one, as was the game. First period, no score. Nathan McKinnon. Watch the seeing eye goal to give Canada a 1-0 lead. Later in the period, same score. Matthews puts the puck in front of the net. Brady Tkachuk knows exactly what to do with it. Ties it up at 1 apiece. Good leave, right place, right time. We are tied at 1. Second period, same score. Matthews, again, puts one on the net. Backhand. Jake Sanderson there to slap in the rebound. Late addition to the USA roster was Sanderson. He puts the good guys up 2-1. Later in the period, Mitch Marner up the ice. Look at this find to Sam Bennett. We are now tied at 2 apiece. That is such perfect placement. So we head to overtime. Would you expect anything less than what we've seen in this tournament? Matthews skates in, fires on net. Tkachuk there. Bennington shuts the door. Great chance to win it for the USA. They would come to regret that because the game remains tied at 2 apiece. Under 12 to play. McDavid wins the faceoff. Here's Sean McDonough on the call.
Centering pass, McDavid scores! Wins it for Canada!
Have another look. Marner, a perfect finish by McDavid. You see the reaction by Canada. What's better than overtime hockey? USA absolutely stunned. Canada gets the rematch in the win, 3-2 in overtime. Here's reaction following the game.
I know it's just a quick tournament, and it's not an Olympic gold medal or anything like that, but it means the world to our group. As you can see, everybody battled so hard all week. So, it was special.
This sucks. I thought this team deserved more. We had chances there to finish it off. And this has been my favorite hockey memories, just playing for this team, playing with this group, and this is going to give us a nice motivation for years' time.
We talked about what this meant all week as PK Subban has joined us all week from Boston. And PK, what a game last night. It lived up to every bit of the hype. And look, I know he's 28 years old. Connor McDavid's been a star in hockey for quite some time. But do you believe, PK, that at some point he's going to be mentioned in the same sentence with the great one, Wayne Gretzky?
I do believe so. Last year during the Stanley Cup final, Connor McDavid put on a memorable performance. Being down 3-0 in the Stanley Cup final, coming back and pushing a Game 7 against the Florida Panthers, who's a team on the hunt once again to get back to the Stanley Cup final. Connor McDavid did it again on an even bigger stage with his country's jersey on best. In the final moments when the country needed him to step up, he delivered not only for Canada, for the players, he delivered for the game. And in that moment, we had the whole world watching. You put the game on the best player in the world stick, he's going to put in the back of the net, and that's who Connor McDavid is. A lot of people talking about the passing of the torch from Sidney Crosby to Connor McDavid. I don't know all about that yet, but we do know one thing. Connor McDavid is the best player on the planet. There is no doubt about it, especially after this tournament.
We remember playoffs and Stanley Cups for sure, but it's what you do, as you said, for the country that people might define your legacy moving on. And speaking of legacy, this was a big win for Canada. Big picture, what did it mean for them?
Oh, it's huge. For Hockey Canada, it's everything. And, this tournament was about the growth of the game. I mean, the players put on a hell of a show, but nobody had more pressure coming into this tournament than Canada. They come in knowing that they're losing Alex Pietrangelo. They lose Theodore within the first game. They got guys coming in and out of the lineup. I think Canada had a ton of hills and valleys to climb and get through to get to this point. And, who deserves a lot of credit? John Cooper, managing this group, getting them together, keeping them on track. I texted with John Cooper earlier on in the tournament and told him, sending him my good luck. And he said, hey, listen, we're figuring it out. We're going to figure some things out, but we'll be fine. and they were fine. They showed up. They weathered the storm. I thought the way they started the game yesterday, being patient, not letting the moment get too big, and then when the moment did get big, the game delivered, and the best player in the world delivered. And that's all you can ask for as a fan.
Yeah, to your point, when your roster's loaded, there is pressure to come up with a big win and win this thing, and Canada and John Cooper certainly did that. On the other side, USA acquitted themselves quite well. What does this mean for them, even in a loss?
Well, they're right there. They're right there. And, you know, let's call it what it is. Jordan Binnington won this game for Team Canada. I mean, any other goaltender, I can't say you could put another goaltender in there and they would have made those saves. Austin Matthews, you give him those 3 chances in overtime, he's burying those chances against any other goaltender 100 times over. But Jordan Binnington was up for the task in every way. He showed that when he won the Stanley Cup at TD Garden, he really does love playing in this building. He won a championship there, and he won another trophy there. Jordan Binnington right now, he was the reason for Team Canada standing there, hearing their anthem at the end of the night. And a big part of it, he wasn't the MVP of the tournament, but he sure could have been.
Amazing, because this tournament was really the talk of sports, not just hockey. I had Gary Bettman with me on SportsCenter yesterday talking about what this has done for the game and the popularity of it. From your prism, what did this tournament do for hockey?
Well, let's talk about it as an event, because that's exactly what it was. If we look through the world of sports, especially over the past year, we've saw a number of events, and there's a trail of hype that leads up to them, right? You see Jake Paul-Tyson fight, right? There's a lead up to it. Did it meet it at the end? I don't know. Kansas City, Philadelphia, Super Bowl. You know, a lot of hype. Did it meet it at the end? I don't know. The hype was all week built up to this moment, and at the end of the day, the game delivered. It delivered from the players, it delivered, the fans showed up, supported it, and then when it mattered most, what we needed was the game's best players to step up and do something special. And it took overtime to get it done, and who do you know? Connor McDavid, the best player in the world, got it done for us. So that's what you want to see. Your talent at the end of the day is what takes you to the next level, and it was all on the backs of the players. Hats off to Connor McDavid. Hats off to Team Canada for winning this thing. But for the NHL, for the league, for ESPN, this was a home run. Home run for hockey, home run for all the new fans.
I talked, too, about the pageantry and the highlight. I mean, the pregame show with the point and everything leading up to it was just absolutely fantastic, as was your celebration when your home country got the game-winning goal. Have a look at this. Look at PK. I mean, we're supposed to be quote-unquote unbiased, but this is your country.
Guys, I'm just happy that they won, because I don't know if I was going to be able to cross the border if they didn't win that game. I'm saying Canada win. No, I'm a proud Canadian. I love to see my team win. Some of those guys, you know, I won a gold medal with, so definitely happy for those guys. And they know that it's all about the game and about the fans. And definitely a lot of people excited, a lot of people talking about the game, and that's what we want. So Canadians, Americans, everybody from all the world, around the world, we're watching this game, talking about it, and that's where it boils over. But I'm definitely happy for Canada. Everybody back home is pumped and excited, and everybody's happy because we are still at the top of the hockey world, and it's up to everyone, USA included. They got to join that group, that line. It goes out the door and around the corner of countries that want to challenge us for best in the sport. We still are the best.
All right, PK, 2 things. 1, no cheering in the press box. And number 2, I don't even want to know what you've done for the last 9 hours, because that is the same exact suit. So I'm just going to assume you were up all night.
Correct.
We're just going to leave it at that. Yeah.
Correct. Yep, it is. And I'm going to tell you, I was at the greatest bar last night with Steve Levy. And the reason why I got the same suit on is because Leaves always says I never wear the same suit twice. So I figured I'd just sleep in it, keep it on, and come and do the show.